You want to take a look at what some of these poor, oppressed, alphabet marginalized wankers,
of course,
are talking about right now. And that's another thing that I don't understand before I even dive into that. This is a choice. You weren't born in the wrong body. You were mentally conditioned and brainwashed by people who told you that the identity you were born with was toxic. So you chose to become part of a community so that you would have a positive, oppressed identity so that you could identify with that and reap all the benefits of being under the thumb of the oppressor.
Because misery loves company.
Who would choose to be marginalized unless there was actually privilege associated with it?
That's a very good point.
If you make a choice and that suddenly turns you into a victim, aren't you victimizing yourself?
Yeah. You're definitely not a victim then. You're a volunteer.
There you go. There's hidden privileges at work here, and one of them is you can say reprehensible shit like this after 3 young kids and 3 educators were murdered at the hands of someone in your community, and no one's ever going to hold you accountable for it.
For now.
TERFs taking L's. Rest in peace, Aiden. Wish he got more hits. Don't you mean she? Fuck this. Oppressed minorities strike back. You're not oppressed, you're privileged.
That's right.
And if you don't want it to happen, stop oppressing them. You're not oppressed. People with nothing left to lose will sometimes not KTS, whatever that is, but instead become martyrs. Oh, kill themselves. See all of history. I won't pretend like this wasn't caused by the recent legislation in Tennessee. No, it wasn't.
Now, hang on. The legislation in Tennessee is literally just trying to stop anyone below the age of 18 getting caught in this madness trap.
Yeah.
That's it.
And their own policies when they're talking about removing felony murder from the table for anyone under the age of 25 prove that these kids are not old enough by their own logic to engage in this behavior, these decisions, because they are permanent. And I'm sorry, when you're 3, 4 years old, shit, even up to like 11 or 12, up to you, like most people are 30 before they realize, oh shit, I'm going to die someday.
Yeah. Oh no,
You have
I'm
no
on the golf game
concept of
death.
permanence.
Yeah, I'm on the golf game of death. I'm in the first 9. I think I'm on the 3rd hole already. What the fuck?
Woo! It just cracks me up. These are the people constantly screaming, democracy's under attack. But yet, well, first of all, we're not a democracy, we're a republic. But when this system functions as it's supposed to, when the constituents of Tennessee elect lawmakers to enact policy based on their wants and needs, and those wants and needs were no gender-affirming care for under 18 because it's butchery. We're betting against the overwhelming odds, up to 90% these kids are going to figure this out and go on to live happy, normal lives all by themselves.
Yeah, it just worked it out.
Yeah. They elected these lawmakers. They passed the laws. But democracy's under attack? Yeah, by you. By the people who don't like, who, you know, as long as it goes their way, you know, reparations for slavery in a state that was never had any slaves, that's fine.
You're talking about California?
Yeah, California stand. This, though, this is terrible. This is reprehensible. This is democracy under attack. Fuck off.
And that whole thing is going to run north of $800 billion.
Yep, it's going to bankrupt the state, and people are going to move out, and they won't be able to pay it. It's just amazing.
They're moving out right now.
Yeah, by the droves.
Yeah.
Let them. It's an exodus. Andy No reported on this one here. These people forcing youth to detransition have names and addresses. Well, that's illegal. This is what genocide looks like. How?
Yeah, where are the pits of... Now, listen, I've actually seen real-life genocide, at least the after effects, in Iraq. Like, right next to our barracks, they dug up 3 mass graves. The first one was by mistake or accident. They didn't know it was there. They bulldozed off the top 18 inches of topsoil, and it was on.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking thousands upon thousands of women, children, and men that were basically marched out there and executed or were killed inside the prison and dropped out there. And when we took possession of Abu Ghraib from the unit that was leaving, there was literally behind our barracks in the fucking desert a wood chipping machine.
Oof. And I'm sure it was painted a lovely shade of red.
No, and there were whole rooms, even a hallway here and there that were blocked off because there were hundreds and hundreds of dead bodies that were executed in there, and what was left behind, it was just unlivable. They buried the bodies, but the brains, the blood, all little shit. It's disgusting. That is genocide.
Yeah. That's genocide.
Yeah.
The Armenians have experienced genocide.
Yeah, me saying I don't agree with you and I will not be forced to participate in your delusional behavior is not genocide.
No.
It is freedom.
Yeah, you want to see genocide? Look at Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
I don't know how many millions upon millions of abortions. 61% of black deaths every year are abortions. And why? Because Margaret Sanger was a professed eugenicist who thought that blacks were a scourge on society. Why do you think 76% of Planned Parenthood clinics are within a walking distance of the ghetto? And I'm not making that up.
No, he's not.
But yet you bring that up, somehow I'm the racist.
Well, that's another thing they do to silence you, and that's why we are where we are. Blame and shame and guilt.
It's amazing.
And that's another reason why they want to destroy masculinity, because true masculine men are really not susceptible to that.
No.
Unless they know they fucked up.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing your thing and you're just covering your bases, you're on your grind, and somebody walks up and starts calling you a racist and shit, and it causes you to hesitate. And what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Don't call me that.
You should know in your core if you are or are not what they're claiming you are.
No. Yeah.
And if you're not that person, you just Charlie Mike on with a mission and flip them the bird in the rear view. There you go.
It's really pathetic that actually worked for so long. If there's one thing that Trump actually gave conservatives, it was a set of balls to stand up to stuff like that, because they threw every name at him in the book, and he was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still the president, motherfuckers. I don't care.
Yeah. You know?
And it just bounced off him. It just rolled off his back like water off a duck. And some people got the message and were like, you know what? Yeah, fuck them. Yeah. I know what I am and what I'm not.
That's right.
Am I going to go to these people who obviously have no clue what they are, and that's why they have to change their gender every other fucking day?
They can't even define a woman.
Yeah.
They can't define how all of these genders interact to make them actual sexual acts. All right? Other than that, what they're doing is just a big game of pretend.
Yeah.
I'm not playing a pretend game. I'm a goddamn adult.
Yeah,
Welcome to adulting.
I will not play pretend with people who, do stuff like this. So, just for anybody who's curious, stay the hell away from Washington, D.C. this weekend.
Yep.
They are really hoping to bait people into showing up and causing some shit. And if they don't, you know what's going to happen? Glowies.
Mm-hmm. Now, listen, just that one word on that poster is vengeance.
Yeah.
All right. Let's be honest here. Vengeance implies direct action violence.
Yes, that is the literal definition.
And I have been telling everyone out there who watches the show for the past, I started about 5 years ago, maybe 6.
Yeah.
The left is training for direct action missions.
Yes, they are. And take a look at this right here from Virginia Tran 22 on Twitter. Dance party fundraiser, March 7th, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. 18 plus, $10 suggested admission, benefiting firearms/self-defense training for trans Virginians. Come boogie with us and defend trans life.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, if they were not grooming our kids and they were just sticking to their own little crazy bullshit, this wouldn't be a problem.
No. That's what I was saying.
They're going after our kids. That's a no.
Yeah. To anybody out there in this particular community, stop pretending this was a problem before you started coming after kids.
Yep.
It was never a problem. Everybody was like, you know what? You look ridiculous, but whatever. You're an adult. You do you. I don't have to invite you over to eat sausage just because you miss yours.
Yeah.
All right.
Open up that meme I sent you. What is the what? Slippery slope?
Slippery slope?
It'll never happen.
Talking about, man? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's it right there.
Boom, there it is. 1995, love is love. We just want acceptance. 2005, we just want equality. 2012, bake the cake or go to court. 2015, say my pronouns or lose your job. 2023, the kids will watch drag shows. And also, 2023, validate me or die.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but your validation stops where the life of my child begins.
Correct. Now, I'm going to listen. I don't care if they want to remain in their crazy delusional world. You do you. What the thing that really bothers me is our entire entertainment industry has been hijacked by these idiots.
Mm-hmm.
They've been pushing propaganda hard on us for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
I would say towards the second half of 2015 is when it really started to pick up steam. And then it really went crazy about halfway through Trump's presidency. It is insane now.
Yeah. And that's another reason why they cannot say with a straight face that they're marginalized. White people are not having their agendas shoehorned into every existing intellectual property under the sun and forced in front of children.
I know. Well, they're
you can't even find a white couple in a commercial anymore.
No, you can't. You no. That's why I don't watch commercials.
Yeah, but you'll find the non-binary buffalo on the kids show on Netflix, explaining its pronouns to its barnyard friends.
But it doesn't even resemble reality.
No.
Like the trans community is so microscopic that you would have to have like 1,000 characters in the show just for the one trans person to keep it on par with reality.
Yeah.
Okay, you'd probably, out of 1,000 people, you'd probably have 70 to 90 people who are gay or bi.
Yep.
All right. Okay, that's a 10% chance or less that you'll have characters like that in your show or whatever you want. But they're literally in every single show. It's like checking on the block. All right, we got our token black people. We got some Hispanics, women. We got feminists. It destroys the plot.
Yeah.
And all right, I gotta phrase my words here.
Okay.
It destroys the plot, and they're hoping that we won't notice, but we are.
Yeah.
All right. We are noticing hard that Hollywood is pushing nothing but a bunch of bullshit on us. And it is my opinion they have sold out to China.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. All right. And like Disneyland or Disney is laying off, firing thousands of people. All of big tech is doing the same thing because we're starting to wake up and stop watching them because all their shit is useless propaganda.
Yeah.
It literally take the script of these shows home, rip them in half, and wipe your ass with them because that's probably the most useful that would be.
Pretty much. And what's hilarious is that these same companies, the trans community's like, yay, we won, no. All these companies are pushing this shit. All of them. You can't claim to be marginalized when the White House flies your flag, when they're enacting policy out in California that'll basically legalize state-sanctioned kidnapping. These gender clinics are popping up all over the country with phenomenally profitable results. I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. I mean, take a look. This is the end game.
Yep.
Right here. Pediatric gender clinics opening all across the country. They're popping up like warts on Amy Horton's crotch. As many as 300 new pediatric gender clinics have opened in the U.S. over the past few decades.
That is reprehensible.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I think they make per trans person, if they go through all the surgeries, I think it's north of $200K.
Yep. And then they have to stay on the hormones and the drugs and everything for life.
For life, which is going to be radically cut short.
Yep, put that in your man-made blowhole and smoke
with
it.
the amount of surgery they're getting and the shock their bodies take, and then the medication in their system forever is going to have a huge impact on their metabolic clock, meaning once you go through all that shit, your lifespan is probably cut short by 30 years.
Yeah, because you're forcing hormones into your body it wasn't meant to have.
Yeah.
Your odds of cancer and all kinds of other terminal illnesses go through the roof.
Through the roof. Yeah, absolutely.
You're going against the grain of your own biological body chemistry. That doesn't go away because you feel like you were born in the wrong body.
My thing is this. Everything on this planet is balance. Good and evil. I mean, everything balances out. Look at like the forest, the oceans, everything is balanced.
Yeah.
And what we're having now, you remove the father, there's a huge imbalance in these families coming up now without a father. And we're literally seeing people reach the age of ascension and be completely rudderless because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have some of the weaker ones latching on to all of these crazy genders so that at least somebody would accept them. That's sad.
It is very sad.
That is just tragically sad.
Yeah, I do feel for these people.
Yeah, I don't hate them.
No, I don't hate them at all.
Yeah,
The ones who are pushing the radicalization, I mean, like you can actually, like you said, they're kowtowing to China. Mm-hmm. China doesn't allow any of this in their own country, but it's the first thing on their fucking algorithm for TikTok in the United States. They know what destroys civilizations, and they're actively pushing it and punishing American corporations that have gotten into bed with them if they don't push it.
That's correct. And I called it a while ago.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.